All right, guys, 17.1, I don't know what you could call this. I guess the advice, there's really not that much advice here, as many of you could see. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about some things that I noticed in the workout and some things strategy-wise that might be able to help you. So 10 snatches, 15 burpee box jump overs, 20, 15, 30, 15, 40, 15, 50, and 15. Obviously, the snatches ascending is one of the biggest points of this workout, is that they're going to keep going up. When you need to think about you're doing 150 snatches, the last 2 rounds you would be doing 90 of the 150 snatches. So this is definitely going to be something to think about going into this workout. The burpee box jump overs are what they are. You just come down, up and over. I really like the standard that you have to have the center line of tape to hit your chest. This keeps you making sure that you're facing the box and you're not doing any kind of side jumping or anything like that. One of the rules is you are allowed to jump completely over the box. I think that is for few and far between people. We'll get into that in a second. So as far as warming up, I recommend a 5 to 7 minute just assault bike ride or airdyne ride. Just get your body loose, get ready to go, get your body kind of just core temperature warmed up. From there, from a mobility perspective, I would do any kind of general mobility that you really do, but I would definitely focus on hamstrings, upper back, calves, and glutes. I think the calves are going to play a really big part in this for a lot of people. If they're not really paying attention to that, I think that could really lose a lot in that. Calf raises with a slow ascent, just hanging out at the bottom there, getting that calf loose. Anything that's going to really loosen that up is something I'm a real fan of. Anything to really get you springy in that position, because there is the box jumping up and over is definitely going to be taxing for a lot of athletes. As far as activation goes after that, I would definitely make sure your glutes are activated, and then your upper, and then your scaps and your shoulders, to making sure that you're keeping a really tight packed shoulder position and you're locked out really good overhead. So I would make sure that that's there. As far as the warm-up goes, I would look to jump some rope. I'm a big fan of skipping some rope. I'm just talking about singles. I'm not talking about double unders or anything like that, but just getting your body used to jumping, relaxing, especially when you're doing the jump rope. Think about when you're coming down every rep, you're letting your heel kind of kiss the ground and just relax for a second. Moving on to that for a warm-up, I would do 2 sets at a lighter dumbbell between 5 to 7 reps, and 3 burpee box jump overs at even a lower height, just feeling out your rhythm, feeling out how you're going to do the workout. Look at the clock, kind of time how things are kind of flowing for you, making sure that everything is in sync. Maybe how you're breathing through the burpee. Maybe, when you come down, you take a big breath in. The exhale when you come up, jump through there. Think about those things during this part, because you want everything to be in as big as rhythm as you can. Everybody's really individual when it comes to breathing, so I'm not going to give a specific recommendation. It really depends on who you are as an athlete. Hopefully you were practicing this. Then I would do 1 full set at the weight. I'm sorry, not 1 full set. I would do the starting weight, 5 to 7 reps of the snatches, just to kind of feel out my rhythm. This is going to be more about who could just keep grinding through those snatches in that rhythm there. So that's what I would be really figuring out there. And then the burpee box jump overs, just figuring that out. As far as the setup goes, this might be a little hard to see. I would have my line in the box, and I would have my dumbbell there. One thing that just popped in my head, I'm not really sure if this was a rule or not, considering the box jumps are always going to be an odd number, so you're going to finish technically on the other side of the box. Let me see. 1, 2, yeah. You might want to position a set of dumbbells on the other side here. If that's in the rules, check it out. I'm not sure if it was. I just got done doing the live announcement, but that would be a really cool idea to have dumbbells on each side of the boxes, so you're not running or trying to walk around the box, because obviously this is going to be a limiter and you want to get back into the snatches right away. As far as technique goes, so for most athletes, 50 and 35 pound snatches, if you are an RX and you're a regional athlete, this shouldn't be a really big limiter as far as weight goes. You should be able to just completely muscle snatch all of these. Some people like the hand-to-hand switch. Some people like a guided down switch. It really, you got to feel out what works best for you. As far as your strength goes, that will be the limiter. So some people might come here and just switch and come there. Some people, you can see, do the little toss in between there. There's a lot of different options here. You got to really think about what's best for you. Those of you that may have a hard time with this snatch, as far as that you'll have to power this snatch and catch under there, I would be focused on guiding down the dumbbell every rep, just to give the arm a little bit of relaxation, so you're not just using one arm just to kind of drop down, but 2 hands to help it come down. Not on the way up here, but as soon as you come down here and keeping it close, that'll definitely save you a little bit. Making sure that you're driving with your legs, pushing your butt back is going to be vital. A lot of you guys are going to have some poor form on this and your back might blow up. So you got to be really focused on driving those hips back throughout this entire workout. The burpee box jump overs, there's two things. When you do the burpee, drop down, you step up with your left foot like in a lunge position, or your right foot, depending on whatever your jump foot is. Meet with that other foot and come right up and over. Try not to make it where you have to do a couple steps to get right up to the box. So proximity to the box is definitely going to be key for you. Just remember, in the burpee box jump overs, you do not need to extend your hips at the top. So I would make sure to be kind of crouched and come right over and come back down. I recommend most athletes could just step down. They could jump down if they need to, obviously, but just try to keep yourself moving throughout this. So as far as strategy goes for this, it's going to be really different for everybody, but basically you just don't want to stop moving, okay? Obviously, like I said, the 40 and 50s of the snatches are going to be a lot of limiter for a lot of people. You got to keep moving through those, keep moving through those. Now that is really important when you're thinking about how you're pacing out the 10s and 20s, okay? So pacing the early rounds to keep moving is going to be huge. A lot of people are going to come out really hot, feeling really good, and that's where they're going to really blow in this workout, because like we said, this is more than the first 3 rounds as far as snatches goes. As soon as you get through the snatches, you just got to get right on the burpee box jump overs. Nobody likes to do burpee box jump overs. Totally understand. It's not a favorite movement, but you just need to keep grinding here. This is one of those workouts that's really similar to like a 5K row. Maybe for some of you athletes that are a little more advanced, this might be like a hard 3K, but it's just like getting in that suck and staying in it as long as you can and not backing off of it. I'm gonna have some people go in the morning. I can't really expect any big surprises with this. Do the best you can, guys. Keep moving. Another year of the Open is with us. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.